Two men were throwing jokes at each other. The first one says to the other, "Hey, you look like you're carrying a lot of weight on your shoulders." The other man says, "Yeah, it's because I am. I have a heavy heart." The first guy says, "What's wrong with your heart?" And the second guy says, "Well, my wife left me and took half my stuff. I'm moving out of my house and into a one-bedroom apartment, and I just got fired from my job." The first guy says, "Wow, I'm sorry. That's really bad. But hey, at least you still have your health, right?" The second guy looks up and says, "Yeah, but I think I have cancer." The first guy says, "Hey, listen, maybe we can help each other out here. You tell me all your problems and I'll give you some money for rent and you can move in with me." The second guy says, "Really? That would be great. Thanks so much." So they start making the bed together. The first guy starts taking off his shirt. The second guy looks over and says, "Hey, do you mind if I ask what size underwear you wear?" And the first guy says, "Sure. Why not? We're friends now. We're helping each other out." The second guy says, "Well, I just want to know because I don't want to make a mistake when I buy some for myself." The first guy says, "Oh, I wear briefs." The second guy says, "Oh, perfect, because I already bought some for myself." Two men were driving down a country road when suddenly a large animal wearing sunglasses and a hat walked in front of their car. The first man said, "Hey, look, it's a talking animal. Let's get out of here." The second man said, "No way, man. I've seen enough of these videos. There's no such thing as a talking animal. It's always some dude in a suit trying to get attention or money. Let's just keep driving." They continue driving for a bit until they see a sign that says Talking Animal Road. They turn around and head back. As they're approaching the animal, the first man says, "Hey man, I think we should get out of the car. This could be dangerous." The second man says, "No way, man, I'm not getting out of the car. You heard that? Talking animals! Talking animals!" They get closer and closer to the animal until suddenly it starts talking. The animal says, Hey, can anyone help me cross the street? I'm trying to get to the other side." The first man says, "Wow, it really is a talking animal. Quick, let's get out of here." They both get out of the car and start running away from the talking animal. The second man says, "I told you there was no such thing as a talking animal. Now we have to run for our lives." The first man says, "Shut up and run." So they're running down the road when suddenly they see a truck in front of them. The truck driver gets out and starts talking to the animal. The first man says, "Hey, that's the same truck driver we saw earlier. I wonder what he's doing." The second man says, "I don't know. Maybe he's picking up the talking animal and taking it somewhere." They watch as the truck driver puts the animal in the back of the truck and drives away. The first man says, "Well, that's that then. Let's go." They start walking away when suddenly the truck comes back. The door on the side of the truck opens and the animal starts talking again. The animal says, "Hey, can anyone help me? I'm stuck in the back of this truck and I can't get out." The first man says, "Oh my God, a talking animal. I knew I was right." The second man says, "Oh my God, the joke's on us. We're the ones who are gonna die." The animal continues to talk. "Can anyone help me, please?" The second man looks at the first man and says, "You owe me $20. The first man says, "What do you mean?" The second man says, "You said there was no such thing as a talking animal, yet here we are. I lost $20 because I didn't believe you." The first man looks at the second man and says, "You said you weren't going to get out of the car, but you're standing right next to me." The second man says, "Yeah, but I had to get out of the car to give you the $20. The first man looks at the second man and says, "You win $20.